Well, in this stream, ever since I saw Daxter stream it this night, I didn't know that there's another stream out of me. And they even talk about the Big Bang theories about myself. So you know what? I'll be talking about the Big Bang theories about myself. It may have been upsetting or not, but it may have been upsetting, but and unsettled. But still, that I'll be just because I'll be omitting the Big Bang theories on the stream because I just saw Dexter's stream today, and there's a documentary out of me, and they even talked about myself and the whole history. But I have decided I'm gonna go talk about my very own history all over again, just because I wanted to. So, like, ever since, like, yeah, it was ever since. It was ever since. Ever since my name. Ever since though. Ever since in the title, I'll be explaining Big Bang theories about myself because at this night, while I saw Dexter stream today, apparently there's another exposing stream out of me when he already left the Old Air community, along with Cosmic and Troy as well. Not just that, but they actually I think they actually showed my channel currently. They actually showed my current channel I'm using currently. And there are huge facts about myself. So you know what? Just because I saw the exposed stream at this night and all because Dex community said I have to admit everything and talk about history. Well, it's obvious I do. It's obvious I do have to say that. Anyways, history's made. So, all right. First up is my old. Okay. First up is my old channel career. So, in 2014, my old channel was made. My old channel was made, and it is originally meant to be our Free Kicks 2 channel, by Aaron. But later on, in about years later, I think. I hacked Aaron's account. I hacked Aaron's account just to my account because I just want to be in YouTube. I just want to be in YouTube so badly. To be honest, though, I just want to be in YouTube. To be honest, I want to make videos and all that so badly. That's why I changed Free Kicks 2 to my very own channel now. Ever since about myself. Yeah. In 2014, my old channel was made, which is originally Free Kicks 2, but later on, I think I hacked it. Later on, I actually hacked it because it's because I want to do something on YouTube for the first time within years. Like, just a big explanation about myself. Like, it's about my YouTube career. Like, this is basically my channel's first existence. Back then, my old channel, I changed Free Kicks 2 to my account now. I just hacked it because I want my channel to exist so badly ever since. Yeah. Okay, so in 2017, my first ever video, All right, so in 2017, my first ever video has been made. My first ever video, my first video ever, has my first video ever, has been actually made in 2017. My first video is related to a Go Anime or Beyond video. Like, basically, the first videos on my account is actually related to Go Anime, which I privated them. I privated them earlier because, like, who knows? Who knows the plot twist reality? Like, this is just getting explainable here. Like, yeah. For some reason, in my first videos are for some reason was related to Go Animate. I made my first video in June 2017. I uploaded my first video in June 2017. It's because I think I made videos earlier. I actually made videos earlier before I upload them, if I can recall correctly. It was meant to be a misunderstanding. And then I have loads of fun in 2017, except the Go Animate stuff that I used to do back then. Like, I used to do Go Animate stuff back then in 2017. That's one of the feelings, I should say. And then to be honest, though, I remember in 2017. 2017 is when I used to do Bonzi World videos. I used to do Bonzi World videos in 2017, but I used to do Bonzi World videos in 2017. Like, I remember I played the times of Bonzi World back then. I was into Bonzi World back then. Like, yeah, I played Bonzi Buddy back then in 2017. I was having fun with Bonzi World with my name and all that. Oh, let's not mention about Scratch. On May 2017, I made my first Scratch account ever. My first Scratch account ever was ever made in May 2017. In May 2017, I'm pretty sure that so in May 2017, my first ever Scratch account is made. My first ever Scratch account is made. My first projects are related to Go Anime also. My first projects are also my first projects are related to Go Animate as well, if I can also recall correctly. Like, one of the mistales, like, and yeah, the first projects in my Scratch account is just Go Animate projects, like my YouTube videos as well. I don't know if I can remember what I said in the rest of 2017. Oh, actually, hold on. Okay, so as a later on in 2017, after the original Scratch account used was lost access, but my new Scratch account is created. My new Scratch account was created on Christmas 2017 after the old one was locked out. And my new Scratch account is called Carterly30. And yes, that is the current Scratch account I'm using, because yeah, I actually use Carterly30 and I use Carterly30 as my current Scratch account, because that's the current one I used out there. Like, yeah, in 2017, in Christmas 2017, my my new Scratch account is made, and it's made after my old Scratch account just got locked out. All because the password thingy or something like that. And then 2018, the first product in 2018 is just the first product in 2018 was actually Go Anime related as well, I think. But however, also in mid 2018, I made my first Y2B tennis ever. I made my first Y2B tennis ever in mid 2018. My first might probably have to be the Klasky Shupo Scratch tennis or the Bad Baby tennis, which is actually cringe. Like either these two. Either these two. I think the first one I made is the Klasky Shupo Y2B tennis one, which most of them are related to Go Anime. I'm really not gonna lie. Not gonna lie. It's just filled with Go Anime all over again. Like ever since I think in February 2018, I'm actually in February 2018, in February 2018, I made my first ever Scratch Poop tennis. Oh, I almost forgot to mention that for some reason in the current Scratch account, I wasn't able to share products yet until like February 2018 or something. I wasn't able to share products until February 2018 something. It's because of the verification thingy. I used to make products that are entirely unshared back then. And I remember I did a showcase out of it. In just a video. In one condition, I just showed a showcase in a random video. Now, yep, in February 2018, I made my first Scratch Poop tennis, and in March 2018, I made my first YouTube Poop tennis. And yes, it's true. I made my first Y2B tennis ever in mid 2018. In mid 2018, I made my first ever Y2B tennis in existence. My first Y2B tennis has got to be the Bad Baby Y2B tennis, which is actually cringe back then. I like the first rounds I used. I used KineMaster for the first rounds, but I recorded it because I wasn't able to render them. And I remember it was made on my old phone. If I know correctly. And this tennis has got to be one of the cringy tennis I regret making. And then I created another Y2B tennis. And then I created another Y2B tennis in about and then on April 2018, I did another Y2B tennis called the Special Y2B Tennis versus myself. But apparently it was at 9 rounds, and it got stuck at round 9. It's because I wasn't able to make more rounds, or I was lazy. I was just too lazy to make more rounds back then. It went from April 2018 to May 2018 when this tennis was going on. Ever since this tennis is going on. And then I made another tennis. And then I made other Y2B tennises, and I also remember I made more Y2B tennises. I also remember I made more Y2B tennises in June 2018. In June 2018, I made more Y2B tennises. Number one, the 50-round tennis versus myself. I used ABS and Talking Friends tennis versus myself. and 10-second tennis versus myself. Yeah, probably the 10-second tennis versus myself. Also, if I know correctly. And then in July 2018, is when I tested Vegas Pro for the first time. July 2018 is when I tested Vegas Pro for the first time. My first Vegas version I used has probably got to be Vegas Pro 14. Vegas Pro 14 has got to be one of the first versions I ever used. Since July 2008, ever since mid-July 2018, I used Vegas Pro for like the first time. First time and ever since mid-July 2018, I did my first video on Vegas Pro. And then I did my first wide speed tennis on Vegas Pro. Actually, I don't know. In July 2018, I used to make a 4th of July tennis match, but it's before I got Vegas Pro. And after I got Vegas Pro, I used to make the My Talking Top Parodies tennis also. I also used to make the My Talking Top Parodies tennis versus myself also back then in July 2018 as well. In July 2018, I used to make the My Talking Tom Parodies tennis. But apparently, I know it started on July 2018, but it kept going on until October 2018. After round 57, it was canceled. It's because I was busy at other work and I was too lazy to make more rounds. I think I was too lazy. I think I was too lazy or something. So yeah, the My Talking Tom Parodies tennis is canceled because I was too lazy. I was focused on school. I was focused on school. I was focused on everything else. Yeah, I was mainly focused. Yeah, I was able to do this tennis a lot. It's because I was mainly focused with school. I was mainly focused with school and not just that. I was also too lazy to make more rounds as well at the period of time. However, the first 10 rounds I made, they were made before Daisy Lodge, and round 11 is when I made using Daisy Lodge. I use iMovie, but I apparently screen recorded it. Screen recorded it. It's because I don't have a video downloader. Probably because I don't have a video downloader, I have to record videos. Like I didn't have my computer on Daisy Lodge, so the only one I have left is my iPad. I have my iPad only in a Daisy Lodge in about, yeah. I made my first, I was only in Daisy Lodge for just 3 days. In 2018, I was in Daisy Lodge for just 3 days straight. Yep, you guessed it. 3 days. 3 days. It's 3 days. I just went to Daisy Lodge. 3 days. Exactly. 3 days. And then when I got back from Daisy Lodge, I can finally make more YTPs on my computer, basically on Vegas Pro and AVS, of course. However, in August 2018, I made another YTP tennis match, which I made a YTP tennis match. It's called YTP Tennis versus Lavender 2002. I used to tennis that person back then, but I was able to make more. I was able to make more rounds as well. It's because I'm also lazy. I'm also lazy as well, and not just that, but I predict this tennis is cringe also. This tennis is cringe also. Not just that, but I also record videos on a screen recorder as well, if I also know correctly. Like, probably, and yeah, I first did it in late August 2018. I used to do a YTP tennis with Lavender 2012. The first rounds are made in Vegas Pro on my computer, but the rest of the rounds are made on KineMaster on my iPad. But I have to screen record. I have to screen record. I have to screen record because I was, to be honest, I wasn't able to get a downloader back then, so I have to screen record. I have to screen record. I have to screen record the video because I wasn't able to download the video, but I also wasn't able to export the KineMaster video as well. So I also recorded it as well. I also recorded the KineMaster video as well. It's because I wasn't able to export it also. Like, obviously. Okay, I need to think. Oh yeah, I almost forgot. After I got Vegas Pro, I first joined logo editing in 2018. So after I got Vegas Pro, I finally joined logo editing, and in July 2018, I finally joined logo editing. You guessed it. I finally joined logo editing in that time. After I got Vegas Pro, I finally joined logo editing. Probably my first one might have to be the Peppa Pig render pack, which it got canceled due to whatever reasons. Or it's the... Yeah, I don't know if I can say the next one. Or I may have did logo editing on for some reason, I predict I did logo editing on AVS in May 2018. Did I do logo editing on AVS in May 2018? Is March 2018 my first logo editing video, like the Talking Tom Effects versus Megan Woodmansee, which is actually fake? But however, that video is privated. That video is privated if you haven't already. There was going to be a round 2, but unfortunately it never happened. Haha. I guess round 2 never happened. Lucky me. Lucky. So, yeah. So, oh. Hold on for a second. Oh. And so in September 2018, and mid-September 2018, I made a Whitespeed tennis with my brother. Back then in mid-September 2018, I did another Whitespeed tennis match, but it's versus my brother Aaron. I made my first round ever in about September 2018. The first 8 rounds are made in September 2018, but after round 8, the tennis itself wasn't hiatus. I wasn't able to make round 9 yet until late November, which is the time of my birthday. Because, yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I just don't know. In late November 2018, the Whitespeed Tennis versus Aaron is back. The Whitespeed Tennis versus Aaron match is back on late November 2018. My Whitespeed Tennis versus Aaron match is back. I revived it. It's because I wasn't able to make more rounds yet. However, there was another break happening. There's another break happening after round 34. Let me think. Let's see. Oh, okay. Okay, so what my Whitespeed Tennis versus Aaron is okay, so my Whitespeed Tennis versus Aaron is on break again after round 34 on February 2019. It got revived again 3 months later on late May 2018. On late May 2019, the Whitespeed Tennis versus Aaron strikes back again. This time, I made round 35 in that time. And then, in this day, there used to be tons of Whitespeed Tennis versus Aaron rounds, but they're not lots anymore because I don't know if I'm mainly focused on more rounds of that tennis lately. I wasn't even mainly focused on. I wasn't even mainly focused on my White Speed Tennis versus Zarin match a lot. In one condition, in one round, I remembered that my brother Aaron called me beans, and I called my brother eggs in that tennis match as well. All because my brother Aaron called me beans, I called him eggs back as revenge. I called him eggs back as revenge for changing my name into beans. Like, ever since period possible. Okay, so I made another White Speed Tennis in July 2018. It's the Classic Shupo Tennis match. And then in August 2018, in mid-August 2018, I also made my first AGC White Speed round. I used to make, in the first AGC White Speed rounds I made, it's also made before Nathan Sodak got terminated, but it got back on May 2021. Obviously. Mid-May 2021, obviously. I used to participate in Nathan Sodak's tennis matches. And then I created another effects thing called Umouse's Nobody Faces Yes Shupo Effects versus myself. Like, I did it the first time in about... Yeah, I did it on mid-September 2018 as well. Not just that, but back then, I also created new effects as well. I created Carter Major, but it's not really a real effect because it didn't have pictures. All it does is that it's just making random things, nothing else. It's making random things, nothing else. Basically, I put it several watermarks back then, if I recall correctly. Yeah. Yeah, there is loads of stuff. Loads of stuff is going on. And I also participated in that Michael Rosen tennis match in mid-October 2018 as well. Also. I also made tons of funny videos on late October 2018. I used to make a video about Michael Rosen ear rape. I know I did the first 3 parts, but I wasn't able to make the last 3 from parts 4 to 6. I was planning I was going to make 6 parts of it, but I wasn't able to make the rest of it. I was probably too lazy or something else like that. I think I was too lazy. And I also remember I participated in the multiplied time tennis versus everyone thing in November 2018 as well, mid. I also did more rounds as well. I also joined the Carter Proof chain in late November 2018 as well. My first round ever made, I used a Saraval Vega placement back then. And then I did a Vega placement tennis with Peo Trick. I did a Vega placement tennis with Peo Trick back then in late November 2018 as well. I also remember I did a tennis with Blue Panda Studios, which is also Peo Trick's account. I used to tennis with Peo Trick. I used to tennis with Peo Trick in late November 2018, but I wasn't able to make these rounds a lot because yeah, I don't know. And in December 2018, December 2018 is when I have Orange Vocator for like the first time in Vegas Pro in a million years of my life. I never even tried Orange Vocator before, but now I do. I now do actually. Not to mention, I also did a Vega Placement Tennis 2 tennis as well, like November 2018. After round 82, it was on break. It was on break for just a month. It was on break for just a month eventually. And I also remember in 2018, I tested VideoPad for like the first time also. Tested VideoPad for like the first time as well. What's this? Yeah, apparently I made a logo editing video on mid-March 2019 as well. And it's got to be this. Sorry if the camera is different, but sorry if the camera's slang, by the way. I made another logo editing video on mid-March 2019, if I know correctly. I created another Watch Be Tennis versus myself. Like, I was trying to make more rounds a lot. I also created an R1K tennis as well. I created it back. For some reason, I created this tennis back then just to reach Mr. Daxio. As for a reason, I remember I predict I made this tennis back then just to reach Mr. Daxio's round landmark. But at this rate, it's utterly impossible. It's because of slow work. I'm losing motivation to continue these rounds. Like I was in a slow work to make these rounds like these. I was in a slow work though, obviously. I also did a White Tennis with TPS editor in late May 2019 as well. Not just that, but I also did. So not to mention. So, however, so in June 2019, I opened Classic Super Runner Pack Collection in days. It was a total of 30 days in about June. I wasn't even focused on a lot of stuff back then, but still. Is there a stream? Is there a stream by Dax or something? Nope, he didn't. Oh, man. Hey, 11 Creator, I'm just explaining the... I'm not in the mood. I was just explaining the history about myself. Yeah, I remember... For some reason, the White Tennis vs. TPS editor is back on... Wait, is it mid-July 2019? Let me see. Oh, yep, it is. It is back. It is back, actually. I am Yeah, I was just playing that. And the old R1K I did was way inactive. Hold on. I wasn't even into much stuff a lot in about. In September 2019, I wasn't able to make too much content. I remember I did these formulator content back then, including the unofficial V43. That the one V43 is unofficial. It was my version. It was my version, not to mention. I did loads of the stuff back then. However, in late October 2019, my other computer is broken, and the only computer I use now is my old Windows 7 computer. I ended up using it until December 2019 because, yeah, who knows? Yeah. Okay, so in November 2019, I made 2 White tennis matches. Number 1, White tennis versus my dad, and number 2, the White tennis versus OTH. Sorry if I had to mention that person, but yeah, sorry if I had to mention that person, by the way. Yeah. But in December 2019, in December 2019, I did a first White tennis ever with Jay Cooley, which is now known as Cool Guy 2004. I did a first White tennis with Jay Cooley on December 2019. Ever since. Yep. I did tons of White tennis in these days. Yeah, I did a tennis with Ipiano. I did a tennis with Piano. I did a tennis with Match Productions. I did a tennis match with I did a tennis match with Cosmic. Yes, I was first into Cosmic the first time when I watched Roblox Fan 75,000's live stream. I used to have fun with him together. Apparently, I used to do his stuff. Yeah, I think I used to do his stuff. Although, and then 2020, I may have did tons of What to Be Tennis lately. I also did tons of logo editing as well, like probably. Back in 2020, I did tons of What to Be Tennis and render pack stuffs. I even joined Jay Cooley's tennises as well. I used to be friends with Jay Cooley back then. Not just that, but there was also loads of stuff that has been happening. Not just any further, but yep. Gee whiz. Okay, yeah. The new O1K Tennis was made in late April 2020, but there isn't any much rounds lately because of the whatever. I guess whatever works best. What the heck? Okay, all right. In late June, in late June, in late June 20, in late June 2020, I had an alternate account. I finally created an alternate account on late June 2020 while I was learning myself how to create Google accounts. While I was about to create Google accounts. I also can't remember what is the other ones. I used to do like loads of stuff out there.
YouTube icon's name change confirmed.
Yeah, I did that one video about Not just that, but on mid-August 2020, I made my Look and Gacha Club, by the way. Yeah. Okay, you know what? 2020, you know what? I'll predict this. In 2020, I started doing drama. I started doing drama in the 2020s. Okay, so in May 2020, I think. In May 2020, I think I used to collab with Cosmic on his movie Dipsy 57 Returns the movie. I wasn't even active on this movie a lot back then because of the, you know, I wasn't even active on this movie a lot back then, like obviously. But however, in 2020, I actually started changing my profiles every month now. In 2020, I started changing my profiles every month. I'm not kidding. However, in December 2020, I have 2 profile pictures. 1 normal and 2 the Christmas one. In December 2020, by the way. However, in November 2020, and may have been the first profile I used Pickaroo. November 2020 is the first time my profile was in Pickaroo for like the first time in about November 2020, and as of nowadays, I don't use Pickaroo a lot. Nowadays, I don't use Pickaroo a lot. And then in 2020, I was friends with Dasher Curator, Stick the YouTube Guy, and Max Fisher Nyquist. I used to be friends with these 3 in 2020. And then in 2021, I don't know if there's any more drama in 2021. There might have been. But actually, 2021 is actually drama because, as for a reason, I used to be friends with DC and FY back then. I'm also sorry for the mention on that one as well. However, in October 2021, I remember DC and FY actually said the N-word. And then Raymond Club said, I recorded it. Yeah, I bet you already know the point. Yeah. For some reason, I did my meeting series back then in 2020, but my meeting series actually got canceled. My meeting series actually got canceled, obviously. It got canceled. I used to do loads of white speed tennises in 2021. And late 2021 as well, I first known Mixels for like the first time. I first learned Mixels for the first time in late 2021, all because of C Media. All because of C Media Canada, which he got exposed because of his gene fetish. That's when I know Mixels for like the first time in ever. And then in 2022, boy, I don't think 2022 is going to be that good. Ever since in mid-April 2022, they actually think I said the N-word to OTH. For some reason, I think I got eliminated to say the N-word to OTH, which is actually the past. To be honest, it's actually the past. Like, why bring it up in the future? Why bring it up in the future, actually? Like, is it meant to be the past anymore? Yeah, really. And then in mid-August 2022, I did something terrible in that year. I got eliminated to make a video about Bill Jetson kissing a fictional cartoon character from the Mr. Men show. And you know what? For some reason I did this just for Sandra. I didn't know that Dash community already exposed me when I made that video. For some reason, I was doing this for the purposes of Sandra. But as of later on, apparently later on, I have decided to delete it. Later on, I have decided to just delete the video. I don't know what's more stuff. Oh, not to mention, in the end of 2023, I've upgraded my channel to the QB career. In 2023, it is officially the first year to be in my QB era. 2023 is officially the first year to be in my QB era. My QB era ever since. Basically, I did tons of stuff in 2023. Like, for some reason, I didn't know loads of drama in 2023 in that time. But however, all I mostly do is that I make Uncanny Start band content. But as for a reason, but just because you haven't already, I also made my first. Just in case you haven't, guys. My dad's getting passed by. Sorry about that. Oh wait, I have to close the door so I can't have that music in the background. Anyways, yeah. Sorry, I think I heard the music. I heard the music in the kitchen, and I have to close the door. Now where was I? Oh, and yes, in 2023, I rebranded the era to the QB era. There isn't any much drama in 2023 unless there isn't any much drama in 2023. But I remember in late 2023, I was scared of myself getting trolled. Like in October 2023, I was scared of myself being trolled. I was actually scared. I was actually scared of myself being trolled because I don't deserve to be trolled at all. Like, I don't want to be called a cookie. Like I am not a cookie. Like, even I am not the S word. The one, the SU or something. That's based off Among Us or something. and here comes, guys. I have a, and you know what, guys? 2024 is gonna get worse from here. Guys, you guys will be so shocked because 2024 is actually gonna get worse in here. So, all right. As so, okay. So in late February 2024, I actually got it for some reason. In late February 2024, I actually got exposed. I actually got exposed for like whatever reasons. Apparently, in late February 2024, I actually got exposed for like the first time in ever since. And then in like, however, and months later, I just got back to the desk community that easy. I don't know more events, but in that year, I did more Uncanny Block. In that year, I did Uncanny Block Expands a lot. I used to make loads of content in 2024. I used to make loads of content in 2024 if I haven't already. If I haven't already, I used to make loads of content in 2024. I used to make loads of content in 2024 back then. Obviously. Yeah. Yes, sorry. Okay. The sorry about that. Anyway. Sorry. Anyway. Yep. I don't know the rest of the 2024 events. And 2025, the current year. 2025, the current year. This is going to be the worst year of all. Because you know what? The current year, this year is going to get worse than last year. Because, well, you guessed it. It's the year I got exposed for the second time. It's the year I got exposed for like the second time. And so in late February 2025, I was into a disgusting Max roleplay. Max Fisher Nyquist said something disgusting to Saturday, and when I clicked the three dots, I didn't know I was behind this. And like apparently I saw the stream link to the group, and when I joined in, I thought it's going to be a normal stream, but for a second thought, it's not. I think even I got banned from the desk community for like forever because I got banned from the desk community forever all because I groomed Saturn back then, which I actually regret doing. I regret grooming Saturn. Like there is no joke. I regret grooming Saturn. I have total regrets. I have total regrets when I say this. And you know what's worse? On mid-March 2025, I used to do a similar Bill Jetson and Rias Grammar Grounded video based on Sesame Street Productions, which is a way more disgusting episode than the sequel. But it also caused me to get exposed more as well, which it automatically sucks. Sucks than usual. Sucks to suck than usual. And then, I don't know, more events. I don't know. And yep, I don't know what to say next. But that is about my Big Bang Theory. That is the Big Bang Theory is about myself. Oh, and by the way, as of to this day, the the actual reason why oh wait, I almost forgot. And ever since videos related to My Talking Tough Friends 2 existed, and in the first days, I was traumatized over My Talking Tough Friends 2 because the pure ugly designs and more of that. But as of later on, I wasn't actually scared anymore. I don't think I may have liked it. I think I may be neutral to this game. I don't know. I don't know if I find this game interesting a lot. I may think about doing a gameplay video one day if I haven't already. Anyways, so bleh. Okay. And now. And yep. And yes, this is it. This stream right there. I was explaining and yes, in the stream, I was explaining the Big Bang theories about myself. And yes, the reason why I did this, it's because I saw Dexter's stream this night, and I heard I thought I would do my own just to get things out of my chest. Just to get things out of my chest, I would do my own things to it. And without that being said, being said, people. Without that being said, people, that is the Big Bang theories about myself. Big Bang theories about myself. Oh, and by the way, for you guys, the only reason why I keep on being addicted to Talking Tom to this day, it's all because I remember Talking Tom so much. I first knew Talking Tom at the very young age ever. At the veriest young age ever, I first knew Talking Tom back then. Ever since the olden years, I know Talking Tom for like the first time in ever. But as of to this day, I kept on being addicted by it. It's because I miss the memories of Talking Tom so much, and I always want to watch a new stuff every day. That's all. And before I end the stream, I have released a new video premiere. I have released a new video premiere. So after when I end the stream, you guys can watch it if you like. I just schedule it at night just with Pupar's time zone and whatever else. So without that being said, I am going to go end the stream now because that's about the Big Bang theories about myself, and it's also because premiere. I have to do this as I can. So all right. So thanks for watching. But please like, comment, and subscribe to Kane's on so you won't miss a video. And see you guys next time. Oh, and not to mention, please get my channel 16,000 subscribers because it's stuck at 15,000 and I need 16,000 subscribers. So without that being said, bye.